Yo, what's up, squad? Ever think a bunch of artsy dudes with paintbrushes and boomboxes could straight up troll Hitler and turn the tide of World War II? Like, imagine fooling the Nazis with blow-up tanks that pop like party balloons, fake radio vibes that had them chasing ghosts, and actors dropping lines that saved legit thousands of lives. Sounds wild, right? But that's the epic saga of the Ghost Army, a top-secret US squad that flipped deception into a superpower and helped smash the Axis. If you're vibing with history that's straight fire, hit that like, sub, and bell. We're about to unpack this mind-bender that'll have you scrolling for more. Let's time travel back to the madness of WWII. Tief des. Europe was lit, and not in a good way, with Allied forces clashing against Hitler's war machine. By 1943, the US Army was scheming something next level, inspired by the Brits' sneaky plays in North Africa, like Operation Bertram, where they disguised tanks as trucks to clown on Rommel. Enter Major Ralph Ingersoll, this hype journalist dude who's all energy and ego, teaming up with straight-edge Colonel Billy Harris, a West Point boss from a military fam. His mom even hooked up Eisenhower with his wife. They pitched this wild idea, a mobile deception unit to outsmart the enemy. Boom. On January 20th, 1944, at Camp Forest, Tennessee, the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, aka the Ghost Army, was born. We're talking 1,100 creative geniuses. Artists, designers, actors, sound engineers, even future legends like fashion icon Bill Blass, painter Ellsworth Kelly, and bird illustrator Arthur Singer. Snagged from art schools and ad agencies, these guys had an average IQ of 119, one of the Army's highest. They ditched canvases for camouflage, turning into a traveling roadshow under Colonel Harry Reeder. Factual bomb. This crew stayed classified till 1996, and in 2022, they finally snagged the Congressional Gold Medal for saving 15,000 downs to 30,000 Allied lives. Provocative twist. They operated with zero heavy weapons, just brains and bluffs, risking brutal Nazi payback if busted. Alright, let's map this out step by step, like leveling up in a strategy game. The Ghost Army was stacked with 4 killer units, each dropping their own flavor of fake-out. First, the 603rd Engineer Camouflage Battalion. 379 visual wizards inflating over 600 rubber dummies of tanks, jeeps, artillery, and planes. These 93-pound bad boys got pumped up quick with gas compressors, then painted with dope details to fool German spy planes from miles up. They'd slap on imperfect camo so the Nazis would spot them and freak. Next, the 3132nd Signal Service Company. 145 sonic sorcerers, blasting pre-recorded tracks from massive speakers on half-tracks. We're talking tank rumbles, troop marches, bridge-building clangs, even sergeants yelling, "Put out those cigarettes!" audible 15 miles out. Then, the Signal Company Special. 296 radio hackers spoofing transmissions, mimicking real operators' Morse code styles to drop fake intel. Last, the 406th Engineer Combat Company. 168 tough guys handling security, bulldozing fake tracks, and demo work to sell the illusion. Oh, and shout out to the related 3133rd Signal Service Company, who rocked Sonic Ops in Italy, like Operation Second Wind, where they drew German fire and delayed reserves by days. Now, the real tea. Their ops kicked off pre-D-Day in England as part of Operation Fortitude. They set up dummy Sherman tanks in the south to mislead Hitler on the invasion spot, downplaying the real build-up in Normandy. Suspense ramps up. 4 Ghost Army peeps hit the D-Day beaches, and a 17-man platoon dropped on Omaha 8 days later, crafting fake artillery that pulled Nazi shells away from real troops. Heart-racing stuff. Dudes like George Dramis, an 18-year-old Morse code whiz, intercepted German signals while sending bogus ones, all while bullets whizzed by, and they roughed it in the mud. Fast forward to summer, 44. Operation Brest, their first big combo play during the siege of that French port. Split into Task Forces X, Y, and Z, they impersonated the 6th Armored Division's tank and artillery battalions. Task Force X, led by Cap de Sec, Oscar Seal, pumped 53 dummy tanks near Kurland, blasted sounds of 18 tanks rolling in, looped 3 times, lit fires, and hung laundry for that lived-in vibe. Germans spied from a church tower and bought it, but plot twist. A miscom led real US tanks to charge the fake spot, losing 5 in the chaos. CPL, John Jarvie dodged duds landing feet away, burning one of his 9 lives. Nearby, Task Force Z simulated another battalion, while Y faked artillery flashes with black powder igniters, drawing coastal gunfire, shrapnel as big as a man's arm flying everywhere. Sergeant Bob Tompkins diaried the hell. Fireworks start. Artillery raising hell. Whole front line is one screen of smoke. They shifted 20-50 German guns to the flanks, but the port held longer, cause no air recon confirmed. Close call. AF. Al Albrecht drove a half-track super close to enemy lines, feeling like being on the firing line. Amping the drama, September's Operation Bettembourg in Luxembourg. Posing as the 6th Armored again, 500 dudes faked 8,000ers across a 25-mile Moselle River gap to plug Patton's line. Inflatables up, sonic tanks rumbling, 10 radios linking fake nets, MPs at intersections, even fake water points. They sewed phony patches, marked vehicles, and hit local spots like Bettembourg to leak intel to spies. Planned for 2 days, it dragged to 8 cause reinforcements lagged. German patrols inches away, wires cut, civilians snapping pics raising red flags. Lieutenant Dick Syracuse fooled a US colonel who heard the sounds and charged up armed. "What the hell is going on here? Don't tell me that! I know what I hear!" Lieutenant Bob Conrad prayed nothing stood between them and the Nazis. Patton later flexed. "That bad spot held by grace of God and a lot of guts." A 2018 marker honors vet Bernie Bluestein there. More heat. In Metz, they held gaps for 7 days, with sounds of shouting troops and engine roars. During the Battle of the Bulge, Operation Kodak's radio ruses drew heat from Bastogne Relief. Then the grand finale, March 45's Operation Viersen, their boldest. But yo, it wasn't all wins. 3 killed, 30 wounded. Suspense peak, hiding in ditches from patrols, hearts pounding, knowing discovery meant no mercy. Vet Harold Dahl, as letters dripped loneliness. Too bad I can tell you about the places I've seen. Post-war, silence ruled. Wives had zero clue. These creatives bounced back. Blast Slade fashion, Kelly art, but they're wartime hacks. Locked till 96. Surprising flex. Their tricks birthed modern military deception, influencing ops today. Dang, what a ride, fam. The Ghost Army shows how creativity crushes brute force, turning misfits into heroes. Makes you ponder, what other unsung squads flipped history? Spill in the comments your wildest WWII tale. Smash like, share, sub for more drops that'll level up your knowledge. Who knows, we might vibe on your idea next. Stay woke.